Hey guys, and welcome to another rigged model from Roar 3 Solutions. So I'm just going to talk through what we got going on here so you can see all the functionality and what's going to happen. So right now, when you open the file, you're going to get it with the root folder. You won't probably have the HDRI Studio rig. That's a Grayscale Gorilla thing. You guys can go and look at that Grayscale Gorilla HDRI Studio rig. They make some awesome stuff there. What you have is you want to make sure that you select the Discus controls on this Discus aircraft, this beautiful German airplane. So I've modeled it the best I can, and I still have had some complaints that it's not wholly accurate, but I haven't gotten any assistance on what to change to make it more accurate. So this is as close as it gets. Please feel free to message me and let me know what adjustments you think you might like if you were to purchase this aircraft. So when we open it up, we have, as usual, the level of detail editor, which will give you in the editor will give you a up subdivision. I generally leave that down at 0, but you have the option to adjust that, and then you have the option to also bump it up or down within the renderer. And I always leave that at least at a level of 2. For this case, I'll go ahead and bump that up, give you a quick render, and voila, there's the aircraft and in all its glory. So what we have is some easy, simple tabs to change color. So let's make it a kind of a fun, outrageous color. That's kind of ugly. Let's go with something a little bit more dark. There we go. So something like that. You can change the color of the stripes as well. I'll go ahead and go add shading so you can see this. And then just kind of have fun with it, make it as you would want if you were to make an aircraft. So it's just a little bit versatile there, so you have the ability to make some adjustments. I still left the striping that I had made on my original model, just because I think there were a surprising number of people that actually appreciated and liked that that little texturing. So I'm going to go back to the original colors. Paint reflection is like it sounds. So at 100% reflection, that is your global reflective channel. You go and drop that down to a more realistic value like 40, 50, and you're still going to have really nice coloration. But if you just like a kind of a dull kind of finish, you can go ahead all the way down to 0, and that's what you'll get, a nice relaxed dull finish. So as far as aircraft controls, what we have is you have canopy control. So oops, sorry, let me go ahead and just bump that down. So you can open and close a canopy. You have a landing gear feature. So as it stands, I have rigged this so that you have range mappers that allow you to open the doors and then bring the wheel out. So it's actually a sequence, and all you'd want to do is kind of keyframe the start of your sequence and give it several frames to the end of the sequence. Most people are better at knowing exactly how long it takes to lower the gear than I probably am. So that's just a neat little thing for you. Spoilers. Spoiler alert, you have spoilers. Air brakes as it is on the, and also help descent rates and whatnot. You can go ahead and drop the spoilers. And by doing that, you also have this cool little lever on the cockpit that will go ahead and follow the motion. So wing bend tool. So this is just a normal wing deformer tool out of C4D, which is always great, very, very useful. And the beautiful part is that everything's going to follow. Your ailerons are going to follow. Your spoilers are going to follow as you up the resolution. That'll just make it even better. Everything's going to follow with this, so you're not going to get things out of whack. And you can go ahead and just fly through turbulence and bump this around a little bit if you choose. It's just kind of a neat effect for you. So for roll, you have your left, right, and you have your opposing ailerons, which is correct. And in the same fashion, you also have your your flight stick that will follow that, and your flight stick will also follow your pitching motion, and then we have rudder, which will also have the foot pedals follow the orientation of the rudder, and come to the back of the airplane again. For pitch, you have your elevator that's going to go ahead and give you deflection, and I have allowed it up to 25 degrees. That may be far more than you actually need, but that's just how I've set it. And then the rudder, not only does the rudder go ahead and give you full deflection, but you have you do have a little rudder control arms that will allow the rudder to follow. In fact, right now I'm going to go ahead and adjust that, because I know for a fact that we're probably closer to the 15-ish degree mark, and I'm going to actually kind of do the same for the pitch, just to make sure that we're not overdoing anything here. So there we go. That's more. It's definitely better, and your rudder control. So that's it. It's a simple rig. It should be able to work really well for any kind of animation that anyone's trying to make. Because it is built in quads and subdivided, you're going to have a really nice, attractive looking model whenever you're up close, and then you can reduce that when you're far away. In the next iteration, I'm planning on getting you a pilot. Right now there's a pilot that can sit inside the aircraft, but he's not rigged yet, so he's not following anything. He will end up being rigged so that he can follow the controls of the aircraft while it's flying. And then, but hopefully for right now, the aircraft is sufficient enough for everyone. I hope that you've enjoyed this, and I hope that you guys find this to be a neat little model. Feel free to check it out on my website, roar3dsolutions.com, or you can go to cgtrader.com. Link will be in the description below. Thanks. Happy modeling.